So my previous Nuzlocke didn't go as planned, so I'm back for round 2 to see if I can complete it. The rules will stay the same as the last attempt, but this time I allowed myself to use the XP share because, well, I wanted to. And with that change out of the way, let's choose my starter Pokemon. I was greeted with the options of Swoobat, Nidorino, and Alolan Sandslash. I thought my best option was Nidorino, so say hello to Terrence. After curb stomping a bat and giving an old man his parcel, I was finally able to get Terrence a friend, so we welcomed Ouroboros, the Snivy, on board. As for my Route 22 encounter, well, on Route 2 I caught a Tentacruel, so that's cool. Once in Viridian Forest, I locked eyes with my last Nuzlocke's killer, Bug Catcher Rick. He sent out Conkeldurr, and after 2 pecks from Terrence, it was down. His Pelipper was a bit hard to get rid of, but Terrence still made fast work of it. After my glorious victory, Frankie learned to roll out. Oh yeah, I caught Golurk in Viridian Forest, by the way. So the rest of the trainers that came across my path, I used Terrence on their Conkeldurrs, and I used Frankie on their Pelippers, until Brock's gym. Brock's first Pokemon was a Wooper, and instead of using my Grass type, I just pecked it to death with Terrence. Smeargle came out and quickly fell to double kicks. I got the Boulder Badge and headed to Mount Moon. Now Bug Catcher Rick has a run for his title of toughest trainer when Bug Catcher James pulls up. James had a Pelipper that Frankie made quick work of, but that's when he pulled out his ace, Yveltal. But with a joint effort of Terrence, Frankie, and Squidward, Bug Catcher James's dreams were crushed and Ouroboros evolved. Our next teammate was Grimace the Munchlax.
Happy birthday, Grimace!
And he provided us with a very important item, leftovers. On Route 4, I got scammed for buying a Magikarp, but little did the scammer know that I was actually a Mudkip. In Mount Moon, I grabbed Crocodile the Sandy Geist, as well as the Helix fossil and made our way to Cerulean City. The first thing I did in Cerulean was evolve Terrence and then take on my rival. He proceeded to lose his Wall Drain, Marowak, and Swoobat, and I continued to Bill's house for the SS Ann ticket. We also captured Pissmaster the Skuntank along the way. Next stop was Misty's gym, where she sent out her very own Pissmaster. But she was no match for Terrence. But what was a match for Terrence was her Tapu Lele. Frankie came in clutch with a Shadow Punch and we walked away with our gym badge. Skipping to the next rival fight, his Wall Drain goes down but not without a fight, leaving Terrence in not a good spot. His Archeops was taken by Yokozuna, but his Morgrim made things a little harder. The only Pokemon that I had that was super effective against him was Terrence, so even though he was in a bad spot, I sent him out. And landed a Poison Sting, leaving him poisoned, but I was hit by Flatter and confused. I took the chance of hitting myself, and luckily I landed another Poison Sting taking down Morgrim. But that wasn't the challenge. Grimmsnarl was his final ace in this fight, and just like Morgrim, Terrence was the only Pokemon super effective I had against him. But luck was no longer on my side when I hit myself in confusion and was left only with 8 HP thanks to Grimmsnarl. Ouroboros had to come out and finish the battle. Speaking of battles, Frankie completely destroyed Surge's toy robot and pet fish, and we got our 3rd gym badge after the battle. After the battle, I captured Kiamon the Deowat, and with the team I made my way through Rock Tunnel and fought against my rival in the graveyard. The battle was exactly the same as the last, except he had a Skrill that Kiamon took care of. I then replaced Grimace with Lemon the Numel for fire coverage, and then fought Giovanni, who had the weakest team in the game by far, consisting of a Smeargle, Vivillon, and Starly. I grabbed a Sylph Scope and saved an old man from an Omnistar, and involve Ouroboros for the final time and go wake up Snorlax on Route 12. That turns out to be a Seadra. Being the dumbass that used Terrence for every battle finally paid off with his life. In order to fill the gaps in my team, I used one of my newest members, Venom the Naganadel, and I also forgot to mention that I switched out Squidward for Katamari the Hydreigon. In Koga's gym, Kiamon evolves before the final battle. Koga sends out Vivillon and I send out Katamari, and then I fail over and over to kill the bug before I switch out to Kiamon. He then sends out another one just to poison me and self-destruct. Luckily, Kiamon was at full HP and survived. His next Pokemon was Manaphy, which Ouroboros made short work of. Deoxys was next, but Frankie killed it, as well as the last Vivillon. 2 mythical Pokemon, and the strongest Pokemon was a Butterfly. I digress and get my 4th gym badge. and go back up to fight Erica, the most forgotten gym leader. But before I get there, Lemon evolves to her final form. She starts by trying to stall Lemon out with poison powder with her Zarouge, but Lemon isn't having it and lands a critical lava plume. Lemon also takes care of the falling Ice Cube and Metapod. Erica gives us the 5th gym badge and we make our way to Silphco, the part of the Nuzlocke I've been dreading. But I must have used a monkey's paw or something because I didn't have to do Silphco. The reason I didn't have to do it is because the game soft locked me in the elevator. So I'll count this Nuzlocke as a loss as well. But next time, I'll finally complete a Pokemon Nuzlocke. Hey, thanks for watching this far into the video. If you want to see more Pokemon content or just more challenge runs in general, feel free to subscribe. Thanks.